Well, hello again everyone, welcome back to the APB Training Club. My name is Apex Elenio, your aspiring professional pool player and pool instructor. And as the quest and the hunger and the thirst for knowledge to improve, to get better, to become a better 9-ball, 10-ball, 8-ball, just in general a better pool player, as the quest continues and I continue to identify areas of weaknesses as well as areas of strengths in my game, we are back at it again on the channel. If this is the first time here on the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button below and turn on your post notification bell for weekly posts. Now, before we actually dive into the rack, as per usual, I'd like to take the opportunity to show you that Bizu carbon fiber cues and shafts is now in association with Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. We have formed a team and we are now I'm now a distributor for carbon fiber shafts. Mostly what I want to identify is the quality of the cues, how the cues perform. It's really good. The pricing is really good as well. So if you guys would like to upgrade to carbon fiber, or you definitely like to check out some of our wood shaft cues that we also have accessories as well, chalk, gloves, cue bags, all that is there on the website. A link will be pinned in the description and in the comments of my video. Check out the website, take advantage of the summer promotion where you can get 10% off your purchases. Alright, so we're gonna dive right into this rack. This is gonna be a fast one, guys, and as a disclaimer, it is not a break and run. But you might ask, why do you always post these videos where you're not executing to perfection? Guys, I'm on a quest to learn and improve and identify my areas of weaknesses. So let's dive right on in here. Now obviously we're going to be starting off naturally here with the break, and let us see if we can get a good break off here. Really nice solid hit there into the rack. Let's take a look at the replay to see what we can identify. Nice stable stance there, focusing on the one ball, getting a cut break here. Pop the cue ball there, beautiful. The one ball misses the side by about a half a diamond. Obviously that usually happens whenever there's too much power or the cue ball hops into the one ball too much. And as I mentioned in my last video, guys, I'm quite surprised as to how consistently I've been getting the one ball into the side and I've not been paying much attention to it, because usually I kind of more focus on getting a good spread and getting a look at the lowest numbered ball. But nevertheless, guys, it is a break and we have a nasty looking rack here. Perhaps not the most ideal rack to run, but let's just see what we can salvage from it. So as I spoke to you earlier in my previous video, guys, notice the tempo around the table is way too fast. So that's the first weaknesses that I identify. I'm an amped up player, and that's something that I've been working on, guys, because I'm so amped up and I move so fast around the table. I tend to always do stuff like this, for example. Now remember that when I'm practicing, I'm not going to necessarily practice to do like a push out. Ooh, that was a miss. That was, whoa. Don't know where that came from, guys, but it was a really thin back cut there, and I identified. Do you notice, guys, I missed that by just a mere few inches, but notice that the ball has just arrived near to the one ball and I'm already up on the stroke. That there is another sign of weaknesses. Are these in your game? Are you missing shots or missing positions because you're doing these things? Well, you're seeing it for yourself here. As an aspiring professional pool player, these things happen on a regular basis, and these are the aim that I'm trying to get. These are the things that I'm trying to get out of my game. So already in the start of the rack, without potting the first ball, two weaknesses have been identified. My tempo around the table needs to be more controlled, as well as I need to stay down more on my shots and kind of settle down a little bit more. But this is a practice session, so nevertheless, no harm, no foul. Alright, now here I'm trying to figure out how to even get position on the 2, because that 2 ball is tucked up under the 4, right? There's really a position that I can really fall on to get to the 2. One of the things that I did identify though, guys, is that sometimes even in practice or even I'm playing games and I'm under pressure, I don't really remember that sometimes you can play position for a safety. Now here's a perfect opportunity where I can play position for a safety, but look at what I did. I played position to try to get the 2, and this goes against the positional principles and fundamentals of positional play, where you're playing position and you're rolling as opposed to rolling into the line of the shot and rolling across the positional zone, which obviously here requires really decent speed control, which I did not have there. Nevertheless, I landed a little bit awkward on the 2 there, and I had to play some sort of safety. The aim was obviously to go into the 5 and hold it behind the 4. That was not achieved. Another weakness that I find in my game, and like I said, whatever you practice at home is what you're going to practice abroad, meaning that whatever you do in practice is what you're going to the real game and do. Now here's a perfect opportunity for me to play another safe and just kind of set the rack up, but instead what I was trying to do here was experiment, obviously, and I was trying to bank the 2 into the side and still try to hold position. I feel like I was asking a bit too much, because notice where the ball banked short. So even if I had banked it perfectly, I think I would have still snookered myself on this 3. That there is a huge error. Whenever you get the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whether you're a new player, old player, you get the opportunity to play a defensive shot. A defensive shot is equally as powerful as an offensive shot. And there again, guys, the rack pretty much turned into a disarray. If you notice that I'm not even taking my time, I'm just literally just shooting. And this is something that, like I said, guys, it's always good to, feel your stroke out, test out certain things in your game. That was a nice shot there on the 2. Didn't really get too fortunate there, scratched into the corner. But I'm going to try to finish the rack here and see what comes out of it here. Alright, but already, guys, 4 or 5 weaknesses in my game. Remember that these are recent racks that were completed in my training session. I was just having some fun, just just working in the stroke and just having a field day. As pool players, as your upcoming pool players, as you're improving, you're gonna have these days, and you've just got to. Ooh, that looks like a little bit of a foul, guys. I think I had a replay for this. Looks a little bit tricky, looks a little bit foulish. Let me know, guys, what do you think about this shot here? It looks a bit foulish. Was that a double hit? I don't know, guys. Cue ball kind of gave a little bit of a funny reaction, but let me know in the comments, guys, if you thought that that was a foul shot. But just to continue what I was saying, guys, you're not gonna have the best days all the time on the practice table. You're gonna have some days where when you're experimenting, nothing is going right, and sometimes it's just going perfectly in your favor. All right, but nevertheless, guys, these are areas of weaknesses that I have in my game. Maybe not currently, but I know that they'll pop up now and again. So hopefully, by continuing to assess and analyze our game, we can come together and put on an epic clinic performance for you soon and very soon. So until then, take care, continue to practice with precision, accuracy, consistency and control, and just understand that as an improving player, you're allowed to make mistakes, and that's how you're going to learn and improve. So keep pushing, keep fighting, and